What is going on, guys? Grave here. Today I'd like to talk about two big changes that went out in the patch notes for update 46. Now, of course, if you are on PC, the update is live today. If you're like myself, you're on console, we have a couple more weeks to wait until update 46 is launched on the 18th. But the big changes today were to Daedric Prey and also some icons that were added in that are very handy. So let's go ahead and talk about Daedric Prey first. Now, this ability increases the damage of your Daedric summoning pets, of course, what they deal by 50%, instead of increasing the damage of all your pets and what they deal by 45%. And during the public test server, a lot of people were complaining that Maul of the Infernal was going to be pretty much annihilated. It wasn't going to be worth using anymore. But they did make a developer comment that changed that whole idea. With subclassing here, we had to adjust the ability to prevent it from becoming egregiously overpowered when paired with maximum use case of pets. We've gone forward with a model that largely retains the power where it already lies, where it's buffs Sorcerer's pets, and we've gone through and updated any item sets that summon a Daedric entity to be considered a Daedric summon. So Maul of the Infernal, Defiler, Shadowrend continue to work with this ability. This does mean that other summon-based sets will no longer work with this effect. So they went in and adjusted it to where Maul of the Infernal now is going to actually be a good set to run with this. And I do understand the complaint. We were finally going to have the option to have a build with a Sorcerer's Pets, a Warden's Bear, Necro, of course, pets added in there as well, considering, those are considered pets on the Necro skill line there. So this is going to be a very interesting, fun, entertaining thing to test out. And a lot of people were kind of upset that Maul of the Infernal was not going to be really any good anymore when these notes first came out within the public test server. It looks like they listened to a lot of that feedback and decided to put Maul of the Infernal, Defiler, and Shadowrend back into play here by making them be considered a Daedric summon. So this is going to make for a really fun build. To have Maul of the Infernal on, to have that pet from the the Helm set going out, also to have things like I said from your Warden skill lines, your Sorc skill lines, your Necro skill lines. You're going to be able to make a insane build here with tons and tons of pets if that's what you're looking to do. And I'm really glad they made that adjustment. The other thing they added in, of course, was the new UI icons. There's been a lot of people talking about this, that they experienced it, or saw it on the public test server, but it was never mentioned in the patch notes anywhere that I could find. I may have just skipped over it, but I never saw this listed. And this is one that I thought was a big plus. They have two new game icons, and they will appear kind of in green, as you can see here on the screen. The puzzle piece icon is new and should show up to learnable items. So, it's kind of giving you the example here of shield throw. So, that is going to be shown up on a learnable item. The second icon, of course, belongs to gear and item set collection. So you kind of can see us there with the helm with the plus sign beside it. This way, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to know when you have picked up an item that you have not learned on that particular character, or even in your sticker book or collection book. This is just a great UI change. You don't have to go in and click on the piece and kind of scroll down to see if you've already learned it or have not. This is a big plus in my opinion. And I'm not quite sure why it was not mentioned in the earlier patch notes throughout all of the public test server weeks. But I'm glad now that they mentioned it, of course, in this, because I was about to make a video on this just in general to let everybody know that this was a thing being added in to the UI for the Elder Scrolls Online. And they've done some great UI changes, I think, in this update. I've been watching a lot of PC gameplay of the new update. There's a lot of UI changes. If you're like myself and you're on console, I think you're going to absolutely love, not just with these new icons, but other things just in general. Leave me a comment with your thoughts. Let me know what you think about Maul of the Infernal being back into play for pet builds and these new UI icons. And of course, if you like the video, hit the like. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.